Hi everyone, this is Tanya with Flying Dog Studio. Thanks so much for joining me. In this video, we are going to take a look at this previous piece that I did at the beginning of Inktober, where I used these microns that are gray, 0.01 tip, to ink the piece before I put the watercolor down, and it smeared and it just didn't do well at all. Was not pleased with it. So I purchased some Prismacolor, and these are the Prismacolor that I purchased. They are 0.005 tip. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the 0.01, and they are brown and not gray. And we are going to redo this piece. Already drawn it out for you with mechanical pencil, and we're going to lighten the lines. I tried to use the Pentel Click Eraser. That's what I had on hand, and it just, with this being 100% cotton paper, it actually just smeared it. So I grabbed the kneaded eraser, and I just want to knock back these lines a little bit so that I can ink on top and the lines won't be too dark for me. And I'm wanting to, even though I used this Prismacolor pen in the previous video where I did a rose, and I know that it works well with the watercolor, I still wanted to redo this piece and just see if it turns out brighter than it did with the microns. So I'm going to ink it. Going to go through the same process that I did previously, and I will link that video down below, so if you want to rewatch that, you can. Since I've already done this once, I'm not going to do a lot of talking in this video. I will put my colors up on the screen so you can see what I'm using, what I'm mixing together. And again, I'm going to start with the background and then do the flower and kind of work around. I dry between layers. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I do all of that. But I'm going to go ahead and let the video play. We will take a look at the end and discuss the differences and any similarities. And we'll talk about whether I liked it or I didn't like it. right, we have come to the end, and you can see that this one is pretty bright in the color, and the Prismacolor did not bleed. So when I go back and forth and take a look at my color over here, even though I use the same vibrant colors, that gray kind of grayed them out. I did notice that I had come back over the top of the other. I had forgotten that I did come back and do some cross hatching on top of the finished piece just to try to help it out if any way possible. So I thought, well, it's going to be fair, so I'm going to do the same thing to this one. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm coming back and forth and adding the Prismacolor hatching right on top, just like I did on the other one. So that's what you're going to see in this portion. Just a few more checks back and forth on this one, making certain I haven't skipped any lines. I will say I think the only difference on this piece from the other one, as far as anything I might have done differently on the second piece than what I did on the first, on the stem and on that green part of the bud coming up under the flower, I probably used lemon yellow on the first one, and on this particular piece, I use the cadmium for yellow. Cadmium for yellow is going to give it a different look, and that stem is super bright. So I don't think that was due to the pen. I think that was me. Now, I thought I was finished on this piece and realized that I needed to come back and add the Payne's Gray on top of the tree now that it was dry. But that's it. So I think I love the Prismacolor much more than the Microns. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, drop those down there too, and I will see you in the next one.